Good afternoon, Speed Gaming fans. I'm Kachiri, and welcome to today's Fast Friday Daily here on Link to Past Randomizer Daily Races. Joining me today is Revolving Ocelot. How you doing, buddy? It's been a long time since we last seen from you.
I am doing fantastic. It's great to be back in the commentary booth after a 2-month enforced break. Not my decision. That was a decision of various illnesses that decided to afflict me, which are no longer afflicting me. So that's great. Looking forward to getting back to coming. Looking forward to more daily races and catching the end of the current fall tournament and catching the league starting very soon. But today we've got a casual early boots 7-7 fast Ganon seed.
So our runners are starting with the boots. That means they're going to go fast. They also have a sword to begin with as well. And we will probably just completely avoid Ganon's tower unless all three of the other swords are in there.
Yeah, the uncle seems pretty pessimistic about their chances, though. And I don't actually have the sword active until I go to talk to the uncle and see. As you can see that they're dashing right now, but they do not have swords out. Fun fun.
On Restream today, we do have Hydro Power, A0, Link Force 0, and E-Team. So it should be a fun race from these runners, and we start out with 20 bucks!
20 bucks and a sword.
Ooh, nice. Nice early build there. This may incentivize runners to go towards Eastern, which I didn't see a map check, but I guess we got a map check and it's already a crystal?
Yeah, we got a quick map check on medium side, and trackers have managed to catch that. Shout outs to trackers, by the way.
Yes, we have Dark Diplomat and Scruff Ninja Tuna. Go ahead and give them a nice shout out there. Alright, so on our way down to say hi to Zelda in Hyrule Dungeon, we get a shield. A couple more chests down here before we go through the escape.
Yeah, this is looking like a pretty vanilla early game loadout for our runners so far. You get your sword, your shield, your boots, your bow, although most of those come with Eastern Palace. Ooh, Medium takes a fall and goes back to the start of that room. And he knocks all three guards down into the pit for their troubles. Oh,
That's
and
so
off a back.
satisfying. Alright, Boomerang Chest today has a piece of parts, so we're up to 2 pieces of parts now for runners. With casual, we're going to have a lot of hearts.
Acer is the first to make it into the basement. He's probably just going to... Well, no, he is going to retrieve a pot and throw it at a guard. But with that early sword, yeah, you could just kind of like poke him in the corner and slash away at him.
Pot does take out half of the guard itself, though, so it is a little bit faster to start out with that. E-Team, however, is going to go for all the slashes. Gotta be careful with himself, though. Good thing there's hearts underneath these pots.
Yeah, he took a hit there and decided, yep, let's go for the safe pot, because the safe pot also contains a heart. And a green guard drops a fairy just because it's feeling nice.
I like that something's missing the big key. It's above my head. Come on.
Yeah, if the collision hitboxes in this game were a bit wonky, that key flying up would activate the door for you. It'd be nice.
I love how Zelda's like, why are you running? Let me follow you.
He's doing pretty well for somebody who doesn't have a Pegasus boots and has been just stuck languishing in sail without any exercise or probably food and water. I mean, I don't think Ganon is really the kind that would really bother with actually keeping prisoners fed and healthy, because they're just going to go into the Dark World very soon anyway and be stuck in a crystal for potentially forever, or until some enterprising hero busts them out of crystals.
Or however the plot of the game goes. Alright, we're going to Dark Cross now on the A0 side. We'll get our next item down here. Ooh, nice early magic mirror.
Yeah,
going to make
don't
some
go
Ryan
accidentally
Grease.
using it though, because that will just send you back to the beginning of the dungeon. I have seen many mirror accidents when it's popped up early, but that's usually when it's your literal first item. Getting it after a bunch of other items, much safer. Still don't want to go accidentally using it though.
Alright, with boots, we are able to bash into the 3 chests over here to the left. I do believe one of them will be our map. And then we get 2 more items.
Yeah, the map could be here, or it could be in the sanctuary chest. Looks like it's 2 pieces of heart, and yep, there's the map.
And the tutorial's done, guys. That was nice and fun. Let's see what our runners do now. I do believe we're going to get some Kakariko checks, but with that bow, I wouldn't be surprised if runners move towards Eastern to get that first crystal. Especially with that lamp.
Yeah, with that lamp, that does specifically in logic. So I'd honestly head there straight away. You've got everything you need to clear it. It's a required dungeon anyway. If you get stuff that will help you, like say Titan's Bits or Moon Pearl to get you into the Dark World, then you could root that in with Kakariko at the same time. So I'd honestly be heading to Eastern Palace as soon as possible. And that is exactly what Hydropower is doing in the top left. But Ace is making use of those boots first to grab a cool 300 rupees from Bullcrocs. Actually, that's just 100 rupees.
Yeah. But that's good enough
cool.
for Bavindle. Yeah, good enough for Bavindle or to buy bombs to get the bomb checks out of the way. Hydropower about ready in your Sarashala's hut. There's 3 items in here. We can also find out where the green pendant is. We get Quake growing in the forest.
3 bombs at the back of a hut, so that saves Hydropower some money when he goes to do Kakariko later. And looks like Link Force is taking the enterprising trip of actually going up Death Mountain. Oh no, maybe he's just going up to check Lumberjack. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing.
Lumberjack, yeah, no mitts, yeah, no gloves for the rock. Hoarder crabs only have single rupees this time around. And we're into Eastern. 3 items in Eastern.
Lumberjack is another piece of heart.
I did not see what A0 got from the bottle vendor.
I missed it myself, unfortunately, but he's got another 3 bombs from the inside the well, so that also saves him some money. Doesn't need to go buy any now.
Plus, he's getting more money anyway. Next thing we're going to be saving up for will probably be Zora. Magic Cape is an item in here. And half magic! That's a nice little spike cave opening. We still need hammer and moon pearl and all that stuff, but... Oh... That did actually put Aga 1 into full logic already.
Very true. Now, fortunately, this is fast Ganon, so if the seed lives up to its name, it's gonna be a fast seed. We won't have to bother with any of this Aga nonsense. We'll find hammer, we'll find gloves, we'll find Titan's Mitts, all in nice locations. Yeah, definitely no trips to Aga 1 to get into the East Dark World. Absolutely none.
So fast Ganon only means we could just skip Ganon's Tower. Why was I trying to say Aga Tower like 3 times over?
Yeah. So to explain the seed settings, it's 7/7 fast Ganon. It means you need 7 crystals to access Ganon's Tower, but none of our runners are all going to be doing that because with the same 7 crystals, they can just jump straight into the Aga hole in Dark World and fight Ganon. If you don't have 7 crystals when you go to fight him, he gets rather huffy and doesn't let you kill him. So the only reason our runners would have to go into Ganon's Tower is if they are extremely starved on swords and they've got all 7 crystals and they still want to find a sword. Then you might want to dip into Ganon's Tower to try and find a sword because it is loaded with items. But at the same time, it takes a long time to get up there, so it's still quite unlikely.
We get a mushroom at the back of the tavern. I have not seen any items in Hydra's side yet. Getting the big key vanilla, so there's still the big chest and the Armor's Knight.
Ace there grabs more bombs from the library list, because, you know, why not? He's not capped yet. Probably one of the few times you see somebody actually bonk into the library just to get a non-progress item. And just 20 rupees at base game.
Hydra Power about ready to get our first boss kill here soon. And I think everyone else is going to be following Hydra over to Eastern. I think the only major thing of note in Kakariko was the cape and the half magic.
Yeah, none of us really help our runners right now. I mean, half magic is a great boon, but they have literally nothing to use the half magic with except lamp. And lamp, unfortunately, in this game does not let you burn your enemies to death.
It would be so much fun if it did. Just kind of like how the candles do in Z1. Map off of Armos, and that's the first boss crystal down at 10 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, Eastern Palace was pretty empty, but you did have to clear the entire dungeon to get the big key and get to the boss, so nothing really lost there. It's looking like our next focus is probably going to be on South Shore. Ilium is also heading over to Eastern Palace, and Link Force is headed south, so he's going to give us our first look there.
Alright, we gotta check if Helia's Island, and that's just a piece of art. Link Force doing the damn checks now. Comment by our tracker. Yeah, we do have the mushroom from Kakariko as well. And more likely we may see the runners hold on to it just in case they want to do something called a fake powder. But that will come into play if it does come to it. But we get the flute! Okay, well, you want a fast seed. Now we have the fast travel.
Yeah, soggy flute. I think all that water in the air holes on the flute might impede your ability to play it, but give it some time to dry out first and then activate it. Should be good.
Yeah, I mean, you could blow all the water out with a nice hard blow. Just shoot out like a little, I don't know. Ah, the flute does also open up Death Mountain to us, and we have Mirror, which means Hera is also open, so... But we get 5 more checks here in Mini Moldrum.
And that's the entirety of Hera too, because we do have the lamp for the basement. We've got our first bottle in the back of the Mini Moldrum cave.
And a hammer.
And a hammer. And Blue Bell.
Yeah, no, that's actually a very value Mini Moldrum cave right there. That hammer will also allow us to do East like Death Mountain once we go up there. So that's all Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave.
Yeah, this could actually be quite beneficial for Link Force if he's putting off Eastern Palace, because he may be able to route it in easier with, say, Palace of Darkness if that ends up being a crystal. And considering that he's got Hammer and Bow for Palace of Darkness, it's a very viable option for him when he gets into the Dark World.
Oh, yeah, no, Palace of Darkness is full clearable as well. Depending on how the crystals are in Dark World, we may already be getting quite close to Go mode already with some of these big items found early. But we don't want to start counting our chickens yet.
And Link Force sets up a water walk here by dashing into the edge of that doorway at a funny angle, so that he doesn't go bonking off it, but he goes exiting in a weird way. And that lets him dash across water. So he's going to be checking out the hobo here and what's on the island, or he's just going to take the whirlpool straight to the sewer area instead.
Can run into the waterfall here. Let's see what's behind the flippers once we find it. And the glove. Okay, so the gloves are flipper locked. So
Yeah,
this
that
does give us. Oh, go ahead.
a very, very big sequence break and very beneficial.
So we can now use that sequence break to try to figure out where the flippers are. Plus, that could also actually be the Titan's Mint. We don't quite know that for sure yet.
Gotta be careful about Sora. If he gets hit by that Sora, I don't believe it's instant death. It would be instant death if he was using fake flippers, but it would put him into the swimming state, and then that would just cause him all sorts of problems getting back into the whirlpool.
Yeah, no, he just keeps on dropping into the water and over again in soft locks.
Ooh, even worse. Pro tip, do not run into stuff when you're doing funny shenanigans on water. It never works out.
Alright, man under the bridge today is giving out for a gift $300.
And it seems Link Force was kind of upset for losing his water walk for that 300 rupees.
He
Because
could
he
have
could
got.
have used that for King Zora.
He could have had it for Zora. That's right. I think Etium skipped the big chest because I saw it close when he went upstairs. He's not going to be getting anything from either because big chest is compass. But that's kind of curious.
Well, the Almost Knight's item was a map. He knows he's missing map and compass, so he knows there's nothing in it.
True. He's already found all 3 items. That's right. Makes me wonder why everyone else opened up the big chest then. Now that I'm thinking about it. All
I mean,
right.
if you're covering the whole of Eastern Palace for your big key, it kind of becomes instinctual to open the big chest because you think, oh, there's got to be something in there. Wait, I didn't get the map and compass. Oops. It's just these little mistakes like that that can often cost you, in a competitive setting, race. But this is the daily race. We've got tons of runners, and everybody's probably going to be making mistakes somewhere along the line. So little stuff like that may not compare to what could come later. Sick Kid coughs up a piece of heart.
Alright, Link Force has the flute activated. We'll be going to Death Mountain, though. Oh, no. We're going to check out Desert and wait. Where is Link Force? Oh, Link Force still hasn't done Eastern yet.
And hey, look, he can lift up that rock for a quick dash in. So see, he's already being a little bit more efficient because of that little sequence break there.
Yeah, he's not going to find much here. He's hoping that the flippers are in here. Figured, hey, the logic pointed me towards here. I found the gloves from here, so let me get these flippers. Flippers on the mushroom! Alright, we've fixed our logic break. Everything just came back together like that.
I mean, if it wasn't on the, if it wasn't at the magic shop, it could have been somewhere nasty like a Gina, or yeah, you could get to East Death Mountain with that hammer. So could be somewhere there too. Could have been real nasty, but magic shop is okay.
Pyramid could have been on Pyramid as well. Oh, so we are actually getting something pointed out. Since the first chest in Eastern is empty, that's where our boots were that we already stole today. So,
yeah, if you had caught some of the earlier runners when they opened up that first chest, there was nothing in it, which means it's an item they already have. So if this was so the logic of the seed when you've already got a guaranteed item at the start, so it doesn't actually take into account where that thing could be. It could be those empty boots could be behind bonk rocks, for example, so they would be impossible to get. So it's where your boots would be, but logic does not care about that. It just happens that they are in a place where you could get to logically, but
alright, A0 with that money would probably be going straight to Zora now.
yeah, this is SSBM Aura points out in chat, it's not exactly where boots would be. It's just an empty item. So if you move like a sword or boots from the pool, it just becomes empty item. So again, that's why logic doesn't care about where it places it. It just could be anywhere.
Yep. Ace is doing the regular fake flipper, so he can't actually walk into Waterfall Cave to get the gloves. Oh.
He's using another technique instead, one that's become very popular lately. So by getting enough sprites on the screen, he's going to try and delete that little sprite when he jumps into the water of him splashing in the water. If the splash doesn't happen, something happens called splash deletion. And that actually activates fake flippers for you. But he's not really having much luck with it. I think he would have better luck if he had the crab and the Zor on the screen, especially if the Zor had thrown a fireball, because that is more sprites.
Alright, Link Force is going to be our last runner to beat the Armos Knights.
Chat is talking about how Amos Kill could mess up splash deletion, and that is something I've not heard about. Ru, do you know anything about that, Kichiri?
I don't follow the glitches too much in the rando. I just mainly focus on logic and things like that. And since, you know, I never really had anyone sit down and fully explain to me splash deletion, I don't know all the nuances to it. I'm still trying to get my head around Icebreaker and Dive Down. Trying to see if they are actually going to be in the random, but that's something to talk about another day. But we are getting our Death Mountain checks. Old Man gave us another piece of heart. Hydra's going to go ahead and check Spectacle Rock and what's inside it.
There is a moon pearl on top of Spectacle Rock. And there's bombs inside.
Yeah, we're going to get that Moon Pearl for sure, and dip into Hera. Where we find out that Swamp, Thieves Town, and Ice are our pendants, which meant the flippers weren't required this seed.
Looks like we've got another 5-6 quest at Tower Rock, and now Green Pendant is Swamp. So Hydropower making his way into Tower of Hera. He has got the boots and he's got some bombs, so he could go for a little skip here, especially since the big key's down here. That's a map, so...
No. Looks like he's skipping the Hera pot this time.
Yeah, he's going to make a regular way up. If you can't do the Hera pot pretty consistently within like 1 or 2 tries, then just making your way upstairs is faster anyway. And it means you don't have to skip the big chest too. As I said, he grabbed the big key from that first room in the basement anyway, so you wouldn't need to skip the big chest if he made his way up by Hera pot. But most of our runners will be looking to skip basement, because that is the real lengthy check in Hera.
Alright, we're still looking for a small key in the 2 items.
Yep, so there's probably going to be something on Amos, and the Hydropower is going to take the safe route here for taking drop down instead of a bomb jump. If he messed up the bomb jump, he would be falling quite a long way down. There's a small key.
So there's an item on Moldorm and an item in the basement. We are going to have a tea break probably.
Unfortunately, yes.
And it looks like everyone else is doing Hera, climbing up the regular way. Hammer Moldorm, 3 hammerheads, and this gets rid of this boss fight to go into an enraged form. Hydra gets a very nice kill on it for his second crystal.
Nobody likes an angry Moldorm. He gets even pushier than normal.
He's a very pushy boy. We'll see if Hydra decides to take the coffee break or move on. With all the items we still need to get this seed, the fire and ice rods, possibly another medallion, cane. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back down.
You've got the means to check this isolated item, and you really don't want to leave this item for later, because like the next time you'd be up by Hera is probably going over to the. It's probably when you're in Dark World on top of Death Mountain, and so you'd be running over to Ganstar and then going over. It's really not ideal to check it any other time, so might as well just get it out of the way now. Be done with it.
Getting on top of the little switch bricks there to get invincible frames. Just sits there and takes, tiles to the face like it's nobody's business.
Acer, meanwhile, does take the bomb jump over to the big chest. And I didn't see if Link Force grabbed the big chest or not, but he is going for Moldorm now.
He has a big chest, he has a small key.
There he does. Ooh, Acer tries to run by the bumper and takes a little fall. Doesn't cost him much because he only falls down to the previous floor, but it is a fall nonetheless. So, was this basement worth it? Just a piece of heart. But at the least, the Hydropad knows he doesn't have to come back here for an item he might have left behind.
Apparently we missed that Aegina has second sword for ETM, which does now make all of Ganon's tower dead.
Just the way it should be.
Glowing Island only has a big 20. We're going to go through Spiral Cave, which is a lot better to do with boots.
Yeah, you can just dash through the Moldorms here. If you get lucky, you can dash through the berries, but if you're unlucky, they'll just electrocute you because apparently hitting a electric jellyfish with a sword somehow electrocutes you, even though it shouldn't be able to travel through the pommel, I would have thought, but it's game logic. It doesn't have to make sense.
Spiral Cave just had a piece of heart, which was a nice refill for Hydro Power. And we're going to get the 7 items out of Paradox Cave. We actually have means to get through a lot of Dark World right now. We can check Hype Cave, all of Vale's Zakaz. We can even dip Thieves Town, even though it's a pendant.
Hydra making smart use of that mirror there to just delete the block in the way of the of his progress through. Sorry, lost my voice there. But yeah, with the mirror, it's a glitch specific to version 1.0 of Link to the Past. It only works in the very first version of the game, the Japanese version. If you try it on later versions like the US or PAL version, the European version, and it wouldn't work. You just sit there looking a bit silly.
Not looking silly is finding the mitts in Paradox Cave. This will be Hydra's Power Glove. When all the other runners who have actually turned in the mushroom get in there, they will be wearing a nice pair of mitts.
And he can just go straight over to Dark Death Mountain from here if you wanted. Although, no, he would need Titan Smiths for that, and he's just floating away for now. Did he? Yeah, he checked Spiral Cave.
Looks like Hydra is going straight to Pod and wants to keep on getting this dungeons done.
And after Pod, he could head over to Pyramid. He could also head over to Catfish if he wanted, hand in a mushroom using the mirror. He's got a few options here.
Now again, with the pendants being on Swamp and Ice Palace, flippers aren't really needed this seed, so Link Force may actually have no need to turn in the mushroom unless there's another required item in those dungeons. Which I do know a lot of runners, when they see a pendant Ice Palace, knows that all three of their final go mode items right now. Pod has 5 items to it. Hydra's going to go down and see the first item, see if this was a bow-locked dungeon. We have the bow, we have the hammer, we have the lamp, so this dungeon's full clearable. It's nice to know key logic occasionally.
And he's actually going to go burn that key and immediately check out the front left side here. Or no, he's not even dropping down. He's going to get the chest here, bomb the wall, so he does intend to check later. Grabs another key. And we'll backtrack to go over to that side.
We are getting Spike Cave on the A0 side. Another piece of heart.
And Link Force First Mids is able to check out Dark Cliff Mountain, so Super Bunny Cave coming up for him.
Vanilla Big Key Chest and Pod today is just a compass.
I mean, it's always better than getting another key there, because if you use a key to get a key, it's like, you know you've wasted your time.
There's enough keys in Pod, though, to last you, really. Ooh, we get the book on Link Force side, which means he could go ahead and check Ether Tablet while he's up here.
Yeah, definitely a good choice. Yeah, he won't be able to activate Ether Tablet, but he'll know what's on it.
We won't be able to see 3 of the items in Hookshot Cave either, but with the boots he can bonk himself to 1, and the Banking Medallion will get us into TR today. Still missing 3 staffs to go through it. Ooh, being pointed on check. Hookshot could be in Ganon's Tower actually today. And again...
Or it could double speed it, you know. Just right there,
Yeah.
they can check out the rest of the items. Because, you know, this seed is being nice.
Not the first time I've seen Hookshot in Hookshot Cave. Not the first time. You know, Link Force doing some god routing right there. As we get the Hype Cave, I didn't see the first one, but we do get a single arrow. Looks like bombos, money, and arrows. Arrows, bombos, that Hype Cave kind of bombs. Anyway.
We don't earn a Maya medallion yet. That is a required crystal.
Nah, but with the mitts, we can find that out.
Pretty
as
quickly,
well.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, when you've got mids and you've got flute, and especially if you've got mirrors, well, so you can routing checkable cave. Maya's just a really nice, quick area to check out at, so you can do it anytime you want.
Yep, and Ether Tablet is dead. The book. With the mirror, we could have already gone into desert. Hopefully we can go into Mire. We're still looking for that cane, but, you know, that can be in Mire's well. Spike Cave now from Link Force.
Always love an early Spike Cave check. And it's perfectly possible with Half Magic and Cape.
Hydra found the big key and pod right next to the big chest, which is always nice to find. I think that's like the 3rd heart container in pod, so it's a healthy dungeon. ETM following Link Force is going to be getting some more money, and we'll see where Link Force decides to go. I say the Desert Mire area will be the most optimal play right now.
The only thing that's kind of bad about it is that you don't have Maya, you don't have Cane of Samaya to just knock out Maya in one go if you have a medallion for it. So Link Force takes a look at the item on the ledge first, and then flutes back to his spot.
Which, I mean, Mire, the dungeon you got in Vanilla was Mire, so, I mean, you could check Mire still for that cane, but we're going to check Mire's shed, though.
Nobody wants to actually go into Maya to find Cane of Samaya. It's just nasty. It's like finding Hookshot in Swamp Palace.
We're finding Hookshot in Hookshot Cave. Alright, nothing so far in Mire's shed.
Yeah, Hookshot Cave is one of those weird things about randomizer logic. One chest is available to you in Hookshot if you have boots, just one chest. But if you have Hookshot, every other chest is available to you. as well as that one chest if you don't happen to have boots. But that can catch you out if you don't know that you can access that chest with boots.
Checkerboard dead, and Hydra's about ready to get his third crystal, as Ace is also going through pod. Link Force is going to get the Master Sword also for Magina. "17 hammer hits with this mask." And then you basically get the whole mask singer take it off kind of thing. And then you just shoot this little green crystal a few times in the face.
Assuming King stands still long enough for you to actually land your shots.
Have you ever seen the Game Boy Advance version of the super fight of this? They did like 4 bosses, but like extreme mode.
I played the Game Boy Advance version, but I do not remember the bonus dungeon in it. So I know they made 4 bosses more powerful, but I don't remember anything about it. It's a version that's very forgettable, you know. Yeah,
there's 2 masks to Hamlet's Arcane. It's actually a kind of crazy fight. I like some things about the Game Boy Advance version, but that's neither here. They're like, Mimic Cave. We call it Mimic Cave because it has mimics in it, but the thing is, the mimics are actually a Dark World enemy, but you're in the Light World when you see them. They actually make them Igors in the Game Boy Advance version. It's actually small stuff like that that's kind of cool.
But then they made Link do his Ocarina of Time noises every time he swings the sword, so it became extremely annoying to play.
Yes, yeah, you just have to play it mute, kind of like the Game Boy Advance Mario games. Oh yeah, no, looking at the crystal, Pyramid Fairy is actually dead. I don't see anything that could be in Pyramid Fairy that wouldn't already put us into go mode right now.
Just thinking, it could be Fire Rod. Because we do have bombers to clear Ice Palace. Oh no, wait, never mind, Fire Rod's and Desert Palace. All good.
No, Fire Rods and Desert Palace plus the Pyramid Fairy 5-6 Crystal was Terra Rock.
Oh yeah, yes, 5-6 is Terra Rock. Never mind. I missed it.
It's been a while for you, man. It's okay. It's okay. We all get one, or in my case, 17. So Hydra's doing some West Hyrule checks now. We saw K45. We're going to say hi to Stumpy. ETM's about ready to fight Helmassar. Link Force is about ready to fight Limos. With that Fire Rod Link Force has, I will not be surprised if we go see Meyer just to see what if we can find the cane out there while we're in this area. Dig game. It's always a dig between 1 to 30. It'll be the same for all of our runners. And for 7 digs a day, you get a piece of heart. With that Fire Rod's really good for Lamos. Almost got 1 cycle there. The last Lamo just needs 1 Fire Rod shot, and that's a dead Lamo. So we're about...
sorry.
No, I was going to say we're now at about 3 crystals apiece for most of our runners. I would see Link Force probably going to Hype Cave all the way up to Skull Woods now. With the Fire Rod, Moth is now open. Looks like we did skip Meyer, but Hydra may be going to Meyer. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have mitts yet. He's just going to get the Master Sword from Magina.
Yeah, I'd still be wary about checking Maya because I think he can only get 2 items in there, and that's not great odds for getting the Kame Samurai inside. I would definitely be much more inclined to head over to Beefstown, Skull Woods, and the Village of Alcaster. Beefstown is a pendant, but you can check out the first 4 items in there super quick and no powder if you so choose. All full clear because you've got Titans and Hammer, so nothing's going to really impede you there.
Well, looks like Linking Force is going to go ahead and go to Pod now. I do believe we saw Pyramid earlier. Not quite sure yet, but Ace is going to check it for us so we can double check what's on there.
Yeah, that was a piece of art. I don't think he's handed in his mushroom yet because he's still on Power Glove, so he's probably going to be rooting it in with Catfish.
Smart route to do. ATM's getting to Helmsar, and Link Forces open a pod. We'll find the 3 heart containers in here, and nothing else really. I didn't see anything too important. It's a very healthy dungeon.
It's a lengthy dungeon, and you could definitely save some time if you were doing it in Go mode, but with so much available to you in here, it's very unlikely anyone would be doing it before they got in Go mode. Because you need to clear it just like super early on.
Unfortunately, the big key is right next to the big chest, so even if the runners were in Go mode, they'd be basically full clearing the dungeon looking for the big key. Unfortunately, but
yeah, routing doesn't really take you straight to the dark maze instead of going to the right side first and going through the basement and checking out those 2 chests. Dark maze tends to be the thing everybody does last before going to Helmsar. Asa refuses those 50 rupees from Catfish, and I don't know if he checked Zora yet. He might have wanted those 50 rupees. He's going to get another 20 and his Titan Smith's in here anyway.
No, A0 checked Zora. There was nothing that I can remember. It wasn't anything that our runners being missed without. More likely, ETM and A0 will be going to Desert now. We'll see if anyone of them decides to dip Meyer. We can also check Bombo's tablet. That's something that's also opened up to us. And Skull Woods is full clearable.
Yeah, we are seeing most of our runners retrace each other's steps at the moment, so it's kind of hard to say who's ahead, if anyone. I wouldn't really give the edge to anybody just right now.
Well, especially in Fast Ganon, it's not over until the dot dones start happening. And while we are retreading each other's steps, don't forget to give all runners a follow. They're putting a good show for you today here on Speed Gaming. Also, don't forget to follow all 6 of the main Speed Gaming channels, plus our foreign speaking channels. All of the support is amazing. It keeps us around. And don't forget, we also have the Randomizer League coming up here soon. 64 teams of 3. A whole bunch of games of Link to the Past coming. Some of the games will be on. Speaking of, there's going to be a lot of games.
I heard this Kachi bloke here is going to be playing in it too.
Oh, I'm part of the best team there is. Team 63 in the 3rd. I need all the support you guys can give because I'm probably going to go 07. Anyway,
I mean, you don't know about the other 2/3 yet, do you? They could be worse.
And what else? We got the bronze game of our Link to the Past tournament tonight between Ninban and I cannot think of who he's going against. Doom and Ninban, and then the finals actually start Sunday at 8:20 p.m. Eastern. Sunday!
So after all that, it looks like Edium is going to be the first 5 runners to finish their 4th dungeon, and it's going to be decision time for them. I would really be thinking about Village of Outcasts at this point.
I mean, that's the thing. You have Skull Woods. The Mire Dip is a gamble, but if you find Ice Rod and Cane there, that's your go mode.
Yeah, it's a hyper risky gamble, and certainly when I would not take myself. But if somebody did take it, they would probably be coming at him first, most likely. But like, it is basically you do this gamble or you lose kind of gamble. So let's see how Edium does with Land Molars. Nice one, Cycle. Very nice. 2 such off a fire to each Land Molar's head will finish it off. And not far behind is 8-0, making their way into the boss room just as Edium is exiting.
So we're up to 4 crystals here. And as we just said, it's now time for a decision. Link Force is about ready to get their 4th crystal as well.
Now, Edium already has his Master Sword for Magina, and he's going to see the Trendy Rupees in Checkerboard Cave. Acer is probably going to get their Master Sword right after this Land Molars. Because Magina is right there, and if you're going to check in, this is now the time. And yeah, Edium's heading over to that Northwest Dark World portal.
I wouldn't be surprised if Edium just goes straight to Moth and routes Skull Woods backwards.
When you find both your items in the back of Skull Woods, then you basically don't need to check the front. So going for Mothra first, especially when you've got such good items to take him out, is definitely the smart play here. So not bothering with any of that pushing the block around and Gipto's nonsense, because that is completely awful without King of Samaria. He is just heading straight to Mothra. So he may check out that one chest in the front before Mothra, or may take it out after Mothra. Doesn't make much difference either way, because he is going to mirror and then back to the entrance either way. And yeah, he's going to go for the chest first. And Link Force is actually running out of pods, so it looks like he is going to go head over to Pyramid and Catfish. Acer is going to do the poster statue around Gibdo's nonsense, which gets particularly troublesome because of that Wallmaster and Gibdo's getting in the way constantly. And if you get grabbed by that Wallmaster, your progress in this room resets. It's super annoying.
Oh yeah, no, that's one worst room in the game still with Wall Masters. The next worst room will probably be if you don't have the cape and you have to do tile room for your big key. Just think you're almost out of the tile room, then grabbed. Alright, it's Moth fight. ETM will use this to get the 5th crystal in the crystal lead. Hydra is right behind both Ace and ETM into Skull. Link Force is about to get their flippers. And ETM takes them off for some blue goo.
And not useful item, but not really the item he's looking for right now.
Yeah,
He's got a ton of hearts and blue mail already, and a red potion.
and
Actually,
and I was going to say that was the other item in Skull. Both items are at the back of Skull, so the rest of Skull's done. Are we getting a pet check?
it's I wouldn't be betting.
Heads in logic.
I would be
Head
betting
is in the logic.
point, but yeah, it's just a heart container. But like, if you're gonna root it in, you gotta do it after Skullwoods. So yeah, Pet's dead, Aga's dead, just the way it should be in Fast Ganon.
So Bombo's dipping Pendant Dungeons and dipping Mire are the options we have right now. And, you know, the few checks around Village Outcast. We also have Smith Chain. We also have... That's about it. We didn't do Pyramid Ledge or King's Tomb.
Oh, Edium didn't do Hype Cave yet. I was wondering why he was going to go over here. Link Force collects 10 sticks from King Zora, and probably going to be heading over to Skullwoods too. He's just fallen a little bit behind everybody else due to his committing to a bit more of Overworld before the dungeons.
Is ETM going Swamp or Bombos? Bombos.
It looks to me like Hydropower has lost his shield.
Probably made sure the like thing, the thing
Yeah,
with the tongue ate it.
They're called pickets. They put likes in the Game Boy Advance version. They were outside that one house to the rest of the Hyrule Castle. I don't know why they put them in and only in that one location, but they did.
Did not want the shields. Did not want the shields.
I mean, if he upgrades to the Riot Shield, that would cause him a tiny bit of lag, so... you know, if he doesn't want to block stuff and look less fancy, then sure. Get your shield stolen. So yeah, Edium is going to take Swamp Palace, a dip into Swamp Palace over Beast Town, which isn't a bad choice. He can full clear it. There's tons of items available in here.
Did Ace Zero not remember there's only 2 items in Skull?
He's leaving now anyway.
Swamp is full clearable. We'll see if ETM does go for all 6 items. Maybe skip left side Swamp.
If you're dipping in to check for items, you've really got to check out left side. It's just like you're already committing to the Swamp Palace check. You've got to go all the way through Swamp Palace. Otherwise, double dipping it for a pendant is just... ugh, why?
And technically since the green pendant's here, it will be a 7-5. We do get the chess game finally for the silver arrows. That's actually a very nice place for silver arrows. I'm not gonna lie. Tempered in the back of Graveyard Ledge.
Some nice items coming out here in Western North Dark World.
Mind you, this was something we could have done about 30 minutes ago, too. Sea House is up next for Hydra. We'll see if...
Palace of Darkness was essentially bait. It's bait that you have to... hey, look, there's an issue. So, that's something I didn't know. Hydropower had lost all his shields, but he picks up a Mirror Shield and gets upgrades to Mirror Shield anyway. So, he gets some lag for his troubles. Maybe he'll get it stolen by the Picket again, but that would require going back to Skullwoods.
I don't think the Mirror Shield can be stolen because it's major equipment. Ooh, nice early big key in Swamp House. We're going to get the big chest before deciding going to the back or to the left. For the map.
Medium doing the sideways strafe up the stairs. Very swaggy. Absolutely no value whatsoever, but it is swag. And Hydropower's going to take the, well, no, he's just dipping those first 4 items and leaving. He does have the blacksmith he can hand in now. So this is for a few more items available to him, and he can hand in that purple chest super quickly with the flute. And if he does choose to go back into Thieves Town to full clear it, then it doesn't take that much time to get back there.
Hammer pegs is a thing too. All of our runners is at 5 crystals, and we're basically doing a Samara and Ice Rod hunt right now. First runners find both will be in a great position.
I mean, at least if Ice Rod is on somewhere like Laser Bridge, you know that Kingdom Somewhere can't be on Laser Bridge. You gotta get your cane first.
ETM's opening up left side swamp for a refill.
And
Ace not doing the back of Thieves Town. At this point in time, as a runner, would you go ahead and start finishing these pendant dungeons? You know you're running out overruled checks and things of that nature. I mean,
I think I would skip the back of Thieves Town simply because it's not the super valuable pendant that Swamp is. Like, if you're going to full clear dungeon, you might as well make that Swamp. And you've got plenty of other checks you can do in the back of Thieves Town, so check your first 4 as part of Extended Overworld, leave it back, because it's super quick to get back to Thieves Town and get to that back anyway. And especially with the placement of Big Key being in that vanilla chest, it means you have to do most of the running to get back to that door anyway, so yeah, just put it off for later, doesn't matter much.
Alright, we got about 5 checks or 4 checks left in Swamp here. 2 flooded chests. The Water chest and Argus. AC gets some digging game. We'll probably check 45 Stumpy, Bombos, and probably do Swamp as well. Oh, still has to do the blacksmiths.
Hydropower got a blue medallion from the purple chest. Not what he's looking for, but he's still got that mirror portal in the in Kakarika Village, and he's going to go and do the graveyard check now.
Oh, we also haven't checked Bumper Ledge, which was $50. ETM's down to the final check in Swamp, and so far we just found Ether in the Swagnet.
Linkforce also doing the first 4 in Thieves Town. Maybe he will commit to a dungeon. Maybe we'll see something here. That's everybody's decides to leave behind.
Now, I mean, we are just down to dungeon. I do believe we're out overruled checks now that we've seen the full Smith chain.
Nice Argus kill by Edium there, keeping him locked against the wall with that fire rod. And that looks like another 10 sticks from Argus. So he gets his green pendant, he can hand in that green pendant, or he can choose to go back into the dungeon to go check out left side.
He did check out left side. Nothing was there.
Oh, did he? Ah, okay.
The one that was a piece of heart, and I can't remember what the other one was. It wasn't anything big.
So yeah, I reckon instant green pendant hand in for him. And then probably head into Thieves Town. We haven't seen any of Ice Palace yet, and Ice Palace is fully available to us. And there's 3 items in there. So he could actually head into Eastern Palace from here. He's
Now we're
Ice Palace
getting-
even. Ice Palace.
We're almost completely out of items here, but the Grand Pendant was nothing. So Swamp was completely dead. Oh, we
Yeah,
are being told the bat is our ice rod, so we're now just looking for the cane for go mode.
Idiom taking his portal outside of Swamp again. He already did Bomber's Tablet. Must be doing like... Did he not do K45 and Stumpy? I guess not.
He may not have, yeah. So Kane, and we're down to Meyer.
Mirrorbog.
We're looking for Kane, and we're down to Meyer and Ice Palace, with both can actually be Kane locked.
Idiom grabbed the side of a wall there when he was mirroring, and that kind of put him inside the wall, clipped into it a little bit, so he mirrorbogged.
Link first about ready to get their ice rod.
So, no Ice Rod hunts in Turtle Rock today. We just need a cane. Could be a nice palace, it could be Back of Thieves, it could be Mizumaya. Pick your poison. A0 is picking Maya.
2 items up for grabs. Everything is available to us except for the boss, which is Kane locked.
Aichapa is opening up Turtle Rock. Did he not do East Death Mountain yet?
No,
He definitely can't go in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I think it was just to open it.
Oh, he doesn't have hookshot yet. Either Aichapa or Ace have been East Death Mountain because they do not have hookshot. Ah.
Alright, we got Bridge Chest first for A0.
That makes a lot more sense for Acer to be doing Mizumaya over Swamp, because without hookshot, he can't get anywhere in Swamp. So I think that was a big key in the first chest of Maya.
There's the cane! A0! 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 11 seconds. Not only is in go mode, but it actually has the God Meyer!
That's like the Uber God Maya, because you get your big key in the first chest, and then you find your go mode item in the second chest. That goes beyond mere God Maya. Titan Maya?
Deity Meyer! Like,
Wait,
wow.
he's not go mode because he doesn't have a hookshot yet. Kachiri, don't bait us like that.
But you could do the Moldworm Bomb jump. I mean, I've only seen Aussie do it, but...
You expect him to hover across the whole of Turtle Rock. I've only seen Solski do that. And it took him ages to do that.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. He doesn't need hookshot for a fast game. What are you talking about, dude?
Oh, yeah. True.
Dude, don't confuse me like that. Don't confuse me like that, man. We're getting all kinds of spooky from A0 as well. Silver Arrow Vitreous is always the best Vitreous. What did I say? What did I say like 20 minutes ago? Just dip Meyer. Then we've been in an ice rod hunt going through TR, I'm sure.
Yeah, I am definitely rusty at this. I completely forgot that you don't need hookshot for fast Ganon. Good thing I'm not playing her. You know, Idiom's also going to take the Maya play. He has cleared out Swamp already, which is because he had that hookshot, so that was a lot of time lost for him, unfortunately. Link Force is also going to take the Swamp Palace option because there's so many more items available in there than Maya. I don't fault either of them for doing this, but it is the wrong play in this case.
Yeah, Acer just now has to get through Turtle Rock, which there's only one room that's kind of bad without hookshot. The torch room early on. You have to take the long way around, but aside from that, hookshot isn't going to hurt him too bad. Man, what a great play. ETM's about ready to get into go mode as well.
Did he not hand in a mushroom? I saw him do the blacksmith check.
Who? Oh, ETM? Not do the powder? I don't think he's gone into Kingdom. No, so no, he won't be in go mode.
Oh yeah, he needs powder. Well, he actually could do fake powder now that he has King.
He turned in the mushroom for the flippers.
Oh yeah, okay, no fake powder. Okay, he has to get powder. Right.
I miss
poor
you,
ETM. Poor ETM.
I'm alright. We're going to hope for a nice quick TR here. This dungeon never is quick for anyone. That was kind of glitchy on ETM's side. Had like 3 of the candles.
Yeah, I do not know what happened there. He definitely used to fire on the bottom torch. It just didn't light up, but the door opened anyway. I don't know.
I blame aliens. Anyway. Oh, there's our other cane. First chest and TR.
I mean, if he didn't have a cape ready, it would be super nice for Laser Bridge coming up if he needs to check it for a key.
We also have the mirror shield. The logical way to... Oh, A0 just realized went the wrong way. Don't have the hook shot, so they have to take this nice longer south path.
You know, at least he remembered before he got past the safety backtracking ruse there. So nice for devs to put that little loop in at the top.
Pretty sure the devs weren't thinking you can hook shot out of there. Oh, ETM hasn't done Vill's Outcast yet, so no silvers, but is going to use Master Sword dashing to get through Vitreous.
Yeah, luckily all the small eyeballs are dying for him in one bow shot anyway, because of his cape dashing. And then 8 more to the big eyeball will finish it off.
Alright. We'll see if ACO decides to skip the vanilla big key chest. It's an option some runners do, try and steal a small key so they can skip Laser Bridge.
Just getting a little too slash happy there and activates the crystal blocks again. He is going to leave that chest behind. So, sorry.
ETM is dipping to a rock looking for the ice rod. This is not good news for him.
Yeah, this actually may give Link Force a chance to pull ahead of ETM, because Link Force is sinking a lot of time in Swamp Palace here, but he has that ice rod.
Oh, we don't have the hook shot, so we have to make that tiny bridge there. Ooh, we get ourselves another small key. We may be able to skip laser bridge now. The only god TR option we have.
What I was going to say is that somebody did this statistical probability of not needing to open that big key chest to get the last small key for Turtle Rock, and there was something like really ridiculously small, but I do not remember the exact odds.
I mean, it's 4 chests back there, so, you know, one of those 4 chests, I don't know all the chest counts. I don't know every single thing, but, I mean, 4 chests back there, there's what, 10 checks in TR? 11? Well, 10 before Trinex, so yeah, that's 40% chance. And there has to be small keys beforehand too, so it becomes closer to like a 80% chance that the key has to be back there. So yeah. Not exact math, but you know.
Hydropower is just a couple seconds behind Edium here in Turtle Rock, but it's a really big difference between him and Edium, unfortunately. One has Ice Rod, one does not. Ooh, and Acer gets a little bit of Ice Breath there. Doesn't impede him too much because it's just on the right side there.
Alright. Remember, this is fast Ganon. Once Trinex is dead, we just have to get to the pyramid. There is no Ganon's Tower game today.
Considering the fact that there was nothing in Palace of Darkness aside from Hard Container, it would have been so beneficial to do that dungeon last.
Yeah, again, the big key was so far deep into it. If, you know, like, most runners will be doing, you know, left, right, then back anyway, so they would have only been able to just skip the big chest there, but... Oh no, Ace! It's fast Ganon! Oh no.
Oh yeah, this is muscle memory that I've seen catch out more than one person. It probably catch me out because I am super rusty right now.
Alright, so there's 22 checks in Ganon's Tower where the big key could be. You have like 10 seconds to get your guesses in now!
This is not the first time, and it's probably not going to be the last time either. Maybe he'll realize his mistake before he goes in, or no, he's going in. Okay, well, advantage rapidly dwindling for A0 here. As long as the Hydropower also, well, does remember its fast cannon.
One
forget as well.
map, 2 Arcadian. I can't stop laughing. 3 bombs.
Does a kind of like a prophetic bonk of the pods there with the key. Something I've never seen anybody else ever bonk into. It's the first for everything.
Oh no,
and
hook shot.
he's got no hook shot. Oh no. Well, he can't complete the dungeon anyway because he doesn't have hook shot. So, okay. So if he knows how to hover Moldorm 2, he can complete the dungeon. But, ugh.
Oh, this is hilarious. He's trying to hover. Here we go. Oh, Vanilla Mimic Cave.
He's mirroring and he's going right side. Maybe he'll find hookshot over here.
But Hookshot is in Hookshot Cave.
Is he doing it? Yep, he's going for a tower. No, he's just getting a fairy. Or is he?
No,
He's
he's
going for
doing
tower.
it. He's doing it.
So as long as Hydropower remembers his fast Ganon, he's going to be the first runner at Ganon at this rate. ETM rapidly approaching Laser Bridge here and probably going to be very shortly disappointed. Link Force making his way through Missing Maya. He is in go mode now. Unfortunately for EDM, he's going to have to clear pretty much the whole dungeon again to get back to Trinex.
True.
Because he's got to go to Graveyard Ledge to get his powder, so that's going to stop him from doing any mirror portal shenanigans. So this is really unfortunate for ETM.
So yeah, 4 was a heart container tire room.
Yeah, Hydropower's mirroring, he remembers.
Oh, we found a 4th sword on Laser Bridge. 5 bombs, 6 rupees, 7 compass, 8 heart piece. We'll probably go all the way down to Ice Armors this way, because you don't need Hookshot to get to Ice Armors from here. Or Mirror Out, okay. That's...
EDM's doing the smart thing now of trying to save his mirror portal, but there's no chance he's going to have to. He can save his mirror portal because he has to mirror to Graveyard Ledge to get his powder.
No, it's King's Tomb that has...
oh wait, is it King's Tomb? Okay.
Yep,
So
Graveyard Ledge has the gold sword.
Right. But he's gone into Dark World anyway, so he's going to have to, well, unless he takes, yeah, but then if he takes a saving crit, he'll lose his portal. So I think, yeah, he will have to clear the whole of Turtle Rock again.
Alright, even though Hydropower was not the first into go mode, will be the first to Ganon.
And Acer is trying bomb jumps again. Nutrition packs from Ganon, and with Temple Sword and Silver Arrows, this shouldn't be too hard a fight for Hydropower. I believe he has the red potion and the blue potion, as well as all of his heart containers and blue mail, so he's in a good spot here.
Using the cave to get past the fire bat phase. On to phase 3. 4 slashes to make everything fall down, and then we go into the phase of darkness.
Acer actually giving up on that top room and going to go over to the firebar room instead.
So check number 9. 10 arrows. We got 2 arrows down, by the way, speaking of arrows. Oh, that was actually 3 and 4, so get your GGs in chat for Hydropower. Hydropower will finish in first of our restream runners, second overall with a time of 1:18:10. BBB Kermit actually finished first. Finished first with a 1:08:37. So, get your GGs in chat. Looks like ETM is going to do the back of Thieves Town. We'll find out what's back here. Still missing the shovel. That's something we're missing.
As Hugo in chat pointed out, the only way he could save his mirror portal is if he does a depth warp. So if he does a depth warp and then chooses to continue, he will keep his mirror portal and he'll get put back in the light world because he hasn't killed Aga 1. If I am getting this correctly. I'm a bit rusty, so and it's been a long time since I've done depth warps.
Oh no! Ace with the iron number 10. Not another key. Finds himself at a dead end. Oh no. Ace, just give it up, man.
So yeah, if Edium takes a Death Orb, goes to Light Rod, and then he goes to Kingdom, gets his Power, goes to Magic Bat, he should still be able to grab his Mirror Portal outside of Turtle Rock and get back in. But Link Force is pretty quickly making his way through Turtle Rock. I don't think that's going to be quite enough for Edium at this point.
Ace almost got hover done. Got so close. I mean, this is a way you can learn how to hover. Dragon Strike, another one of our off-stream runners, did finish with a time of 1:20.16 in third. GG to Dragon Strike 1988. A0 takes an unfortunate self-destruct there.
Is he? Oh no, he's continuing. He's going to go down to Ice almost now.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. A0 can also leave the dungeon, go to Hookshot Cave, get his hook shot, and come back in.
Or he could just remember it's fast Ganon and not bother with any of this nonsense, because he remembered he didn't need hook shots to be in go mode for fast Ganon, but he didn't remember that it is fast Ganon and... We'll have to ask him about his mindset at this point, whether he thought he's in go mode or not. I think we are joined by Hydropower. GG.
Happy Fast Friday, everybody.
Happy Fast Friday. So, you were about 20 minutes behind go mode from A0. Have you had a chance to look at the stream yet?
Yeah, that explains the delay in coming to the interview, because I had to pick up my jaw off the floor for about 20 seconds as I see that he is, in fact, in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, so we've checked 10 locations so far. I'll let you in on the Ganon Tower game. We've already seen up to... Oh, he's locked both ways!
Did he already grab the key in the pot?
Yes, he's been here for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, I see.
Yeah,
well,
Ace not quite that long,
Ace is not having a good Fast Friday.
Probably stuck here. And yeah, he's now got the pause menu of, what have I missed?
I'll tell you what you missed. The mode.
I mean, for starters, he's missing the hookshot from Hookshot Cave, so he's been trying to bomb jump over to the Stealthforce room on the left and not being able to pull it off. But if he had a hookshot, he'd be able to pull it off and grab his missing key or big key and then continue further on in this completely dungeon. So this is so unfortunate to see. It's not the first time I've seen somebody go into Ganon's Tower and even full clear Ganon's Tower in
there's usually one. There's usually always one every race. Typically, they are not on the restream though, so this is increased comedic value today.
Anyway, we did have a forfeit from Frostbite 3030, and Julio Ninja finished in fourth of the 1:22.17. So Hydra, aside from the shenanigans going on bomb left, how's your... Oh, he did the hover! Sorry. How did you like this seed? Talk to us.
It was a sufficiently Fast Friday seed, although I guess the hookshot is really a red herring, isn't it? And I guess a lot of other overworld was junk too. So I was feeling really good, and then I bring up the IRC window and I see that our pal Kermit is 10 minutes ahead, and I'm like, really, Kermit? What the hell? You know. But yeah, no, it felt really good. All those pendant dungeons were a trap essentially, and I'm glad I was able to avoid those, thankfully.
Yeah,
that palace, which I just hate. So
yeah, like you mentioned, Hookshot was bait. It sent Edium and Link Force into doing big Storm Palace clears. Loads of items in there, but none of them of any relevance whatsoever.
Right, and yeah, it was. It would have been funny if it was like Hookshot to Kane in Hookshot Cave, but it wasn't that. And I guess the play was just forget about all that and just go to Meyer. And I guess is that the double God Meyer then? You know, you get your big key and your go mode.
Meyer. You do not get much more God Meyer than that.
The godliest mire ever, yeah. I also don't recall the last time I ran to Eastern Palace from the Sanctuary, unless I was playing NMG or something. So I was like, but hey, let's do it, man. It's all in logic. I got 4 hearts, which is the NMG amount, and let's do it. We can do it, so...
So,
Alright.
just to point out some things happening in the race here, Linkforce is on his way to Ganon, and Edie managed to do a depth warp outside the pyramid to keep his mirror portal outside Tidal Rock, and is now about to get his powder, so he can check Magic Bat to get his Ice Rod.
By the way, Big Key was number 15, and I'm looking.
Oh.
I see Hugo, and I see Blu-ray 192, Omega Full. I can't scroll all the way back up, so I don't know who else could have. But today's big key winner is all of us. All of us are today's big key.
Yes.
He's still going to have to hover the Moldorm 2 gap if he gets up there without Hookshot. So,
Oh, that's right.
something's got to clear him in at this point. He's
Maybe he
missing
knows
something
the
very vital.
Anyway,
Maybe he knows the
ETM is in go mode. Hey Zero is climbing Ganon's tower. JR Racing Fan did forfeit, unfortunately. Oh man. I don't know what to say. I've had this Ganon's tower just like I've been focused on this Ganon's tower for so long.
You must feel in some kind of purgatory or something, I don't know.
So, was there any other like Ryan things you think you could have done differently this scene?
Like I said, a lot of the overworld was junk. I felt like I was efficient about it, but most of it was just nothing. So I'm sure Kermit avoided a lot of that on his way to fame and glory here. So yeah, I guess the play was really just go to Mire as soon as you can for the cane, the double Godmire there, and that would have increased the time. But I mean, you can't know that really. And there's plenty, there was plenty of other stuff to do, and that ice rod.
Oh no, Link Force takes a fall.
Oh shoot,
Sorry.
poor guy. The ice rod was a bit of a troll there with behind the powder, which behind King's Tomb, and I guess Eddie must have missed that on his first go around. So maybe the early cane from Mire might have been a trap too, because you might have just gone right to Troll Rock. So I guess it all worked out pretty well. Second place is fine, so I'll take it.
ETM did do Turtle Rock, looking for Ice Rod. Was able to find his Red Mail and what would have been Gold Sword if he did Graveyard Ledge. And he was able to use the portal.
Yeah, there was another tricky sword placement there too, so I was glad I found that. I guess that North Dark World kind of worked out pretty good today. So yeah, and the other one was a Gina too. Yeah, the swords were kind of pesky then, weren't they? So, but looks like everybody's got tempered, so that's pretty good.
Link Force try number 2 on Ganon. ETM will be going to Ganon here in just a few slices. ACR is looking for Hook Shot up here. We are getting the 100% game aside from Ice Palace.
Oh, everybody avoided ice? That's good. It sucks. That's just my opinion.
Yep.
$50 in the in the chest before Moldorm 2, and Acer is continuing. He's going to go for the hover. Right after he takes out Moldorm first, so he doesn't get in the way.
So no Moldorm bomb bounce. Wait. It's a Moldorm bomb bounce. No hover. Oh, well, here we go.
Alright, Link Force takes down Ganon this time, so it's going to be the second of our restream runners to finish.
AUG's is in chat for Link Force. He's going to finish in 6th place overall with a time of 1:28.50, just behind Ozzy Pone with a 1:27.51. With the comment, Ganonfall lost me a place. Yes, unfortunately, it did.
Well, I'll get out of here, guys. Let you guys talk to Link Force and Idiom. So thanks again for your commentary. I'm sure it was a really exciting race to watch. So thanks again, and happy Fast Friday, everybody.
Happy Fast Friday and GG. And hey, GG to our next runner in here. How you doing today?
GG. Stupid Ganon. Stupid fall.
There were much worse mistakes he could have made in this scene, which
Oh.
unfortunately has befallen a couple of our runners here. So you've put on a really good showing overall, nonetheless.
I mean, you could be doing Ganon's Tower right now. Just
Wait.
saying. The big key was in chess 15 today.
Oh. Did they forget it was Fast Ganon?
They know they know they're in gun mode without hookshot, so they're in here. Plasma Kappa finished in 7th place with a 1:30.06. Yeah, no, A0 been in here for about a half hour.
Oh, Ace.
Yeah, your buddy from the multi-world.
Oh no. It was Fast Ganon.
I mean, I'm sure his tracker says he's in go mode, but isn't quite understand. Ooh, nice torch glitch from ETM. Gets the second arrow shot. ETM will be joining us here in a couple more arrows. Does not get the double. Does not get the last hit. Link Force has all the disappointment. Get your GGs in chat and ETM. We'll ask you both the questions at the same time when he gets in here.
You didn't need hookshot for anything.
Oh yeah, no hookshot, no flippers.
Well, flippers
Um,
technically. You needed flippers. To get the glove in Waterfall Cave.
Playing Siloof with a time of 1:30.36.
The thing that shocked me the most was hookshot in the bonk chest.
It's not the first time I've seen hookshot.
I know, but I was like, oh, I'm only gonna be able to do one chest in here, and then I can't. Then I have to leave these 3 chests. Bonk, hookshot. What? I can full clear Death Mountain.
Oh, look at ETM just fast forwarding. Alright, so A0 has been learning how to hover this seed. We've been having that down. There's been the hover game going on in chat right now.
Oh.
And we got ETM about ready to join us.
Hey.
Hey, GG ETM.
GG at him.
So, questions below if you guys, since you guys finished almost at the same time. Thoughts on the seed?
It was just typical needle in the haystack kind of seed.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was open pretty early on, and you just had to guess the right place to go, and I didn't.
Same here. I was about to full clear the whole game.
Yeah, I went into swamp first and got absolutely nothing out of that, so that kind of set the stage. So I did go into mire fairly early and got the Cane of Samaria, but then I took it straight to Turtle Rock.
Yeah. See, I got Ice Rod before Kane, so I was like,
Oh.
well, it's not in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that would have been a much nicer go mode, but
Mhm.
no, I got.
But I mean,
was-
I could have done Mire way earlier.
Yeah.
No, no,
I was
I
at least able to save the portal, so it wasn't so bad, but I did also full clear Thieves Town and a bunch of other stuff. The only thing I didn't do was go into Ice Palace, really.
that's the only thing none of the runners did, thankfully.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and Irritable Penguin is in 10th, and we only have 3 runners left on stream and off stream. So by the way, Ace Zero was the first one in go mode from U4.
Wow.
Finished Trinex about 10 minutes ahead of Hydropower, and has been in GT ever since.
He's been what?
He's been in GT.
Oh no. Oh, he forgot Fast Ganon.
And he doesn't have hook shot.
And he doesn't have the hook shot. Oh my god.
So
I
this
mean,
is so incredibly unfortunate for him.
Oh, that really sucks.
Shouldn't he know after this many finishes to just remember it's Friday?
Oh, that's.
Oh, he got halfway across the hover. He's learning how to
Oh.
hover, though. It's a good practice here.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt to see.
Anything you guys would have done differently, like go to Villas of Outcast earlier, something like that?
No, I mean,
No.
I was overall happy with my routing. It's just one of those seeds where you just have to make the right gamble, and there's not really any way to just know where to go. Everyone kind of goes a different way, and someone gets lucky.
Yeah, everybody was drawn to Paths of Darkness early because there was loads of items in there, and all it had was free
Yeah.
hug. And for the same reason you were drawn to Swamp Pass, because he had that hook shot, he had the flippers, and Super Link Force. There's tons of items in there, and it's just the wrong play in this case. It wasn't it wasn't the incorrect play, but it's just the wrong play now.
Yeah.
The rando turned out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, after Swamp House, I started clearing Smith Chain and stuff, and then I got I got into Village of Outcasts. I did one check there, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go to Mire. So I just dropped everything. Went to Mire, got the cane, but
I think I sort of metagamed. I saw Kermit finish, and I was in swap. I'm like, where could the cane be? And I'm just like, okay, let's check Bumper Cave, Graveyard Ledge, and just go to Mire. It's probably in there. Anyway.
No, I was actually calling, because I'm one of those guys. I don't like going back to areas. So like, as you guys are doing this, like, you know what? I did check Maya right now.
Yeah, see, I didn't. Just because
Yeah.
I wanted to find the cane.
No one did except for Hydra and Ace. Cool Ride has finished in 11th, and A0 is now realizing it's just him and Orange that's left.
Yeah, there's been 11 finishers.
yeah, when someone finishes at 108, you gotta know something's going on.
I don't know if ASO does look at IOC or not, but I know there are some runners who just don't look at IOC at all until they are done.
Yeah.
It's because they don't like to metagame themselves that way. They see somebody finish early and they think that might send them on the completely the wrong way.
I can see doing that in a two-way race, but in a large race, if someone finishes and you're not in go mode, you gotta kind of use that to figure out, okay, like it's not going to be buried deep in Ice Palace when someone finishes at 108 and things like that. But
That's.
Oh! So close! So very close.
No. Ace, please realize that it's fast Ganon.
Apparently he has fast Ganon in his Twitch tile as well.
I've done that before though. Like I have a little notepad where I put down notes during the course of the seed, and usually at the top of it I'll write "Fast Ganon" in big letters. And even when I've done that, I've still forgotten on a couple of occasions that it was fast.
I've seen on stream people muscle memory Ganon's tab many times before. Unfortunately for all those guys, they had hook shots.
Yeah. That's surprising you didn't even check Hookshot Cave.
No, he just ran right there.
Oh well.
Orange has finished second to last place with a time of 1:38.06. A0, despite being the first one go mode on a race stream, is our last runner. He is finally mirroring out.
Has he realized?
I
We'll see.
think he's probably had to look at IOC at this point if he hasn't already.
Yeah. He did a dot entrance. So he should know. And I was surprised I beat A0 because he's much better at doing routing and stuff. Well, much better at Link to the Past just in general than me.
Well, he was your co-op partner earlier this week. You guys did get third place in that, which was really good. I think he's going to Pyramid now. I think he just realized. Nope. Wait, yeah, he is. Okay, I thought he was going to go straight up.
If he was going to go out for a hookshot hunt, he would have gone to Hookshot Cave. He knows. Well, he realised that, oops, fast Ganon. I've actually got to go get to Ganon rather than beat Aga 2.
And there it is! That's an oof right there.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to step out. Thanks for the
GG's.
commentary and tracking.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna step out too. Actually, no, I want to stay here for Ace. I want to hear his
Alright,
misery.
Oh.
I'll see you guys later.
Say to him.
GG. So Acer kind of gets a bit too aggressive with Ganon and takes a Ganon hug into the fire bats and takes a death, but it puts him right back outside the pyramid again, so doesn't put him back that much. I mean, he can't really be put back much more after that Ganon's Tower, and he's going to be the last of our runners to finish on the daily race, which is super unfortunate, but it proves how costly a mistake can be in Randomizer, especially if you don't aren't familiar with the settings and so on. So you must start the cake this time. Yeah, I don't think we've seen anybody use their red and blue potions, and everybody did get those 2 bottles, plus a B.
I used both of mine.
Oh, I hope Ace doesn't take another death here.
He has his blue potion, so he should.
I don't think he remembers he has it though, because he's probably a little annoyed at his seed at this point. I know I would be.
Oh, he's going for...
Oh. No.
Oh, nice double. And get your GG's in chat for A0.
Oh.
Really unfortunate, but gotta give Ace credit for sticking it out this long and not like throwing in the towel thinking, oh, I've completely ruined myself. I should just forfeit at this point. No, he stuck out for the finish. He made sure to get that 1:41 time. It could have been much faster, but there's always room for improvement. So GG's to him. Let's see if he wants to come in for the interview.
And this is the kind of thing where, next time he does a fast Ganon seed, he knows to double check or something, You always remember your mistakes. It's a learning experience.
Failure is a great teacher. So GG Ace, so unfortunate about that Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, GG.
GG Ace.
Yeah, GG. I don't know. I forgot his fast Ganon, obviously. Someone in my chat had reminded me after I was struggling there, trying to help out. So I didn't feel like it would have been fair for me to leave at that point. I'm sure I would have remembered or figured it out eventually, but I didn't want to take the help, and I figured I can do it. I've never struggled so hard with that hover in Moldorm 2. It usually takes me like 2 or 3 minutes, and it took 10, and I still couldn't get it.
So we were kind of speculating when you were going through Ganon's Tower. Was your tracker telling you were in go mode for fast Ganon, and that you could just go to Ganon, but you assumed that meant to go through the tower without a hookshot?
Yeah, I mean, I marked go mode on my tracker. Like I said, I've hovered before. I'm not good at it, but I can usually do it, like at least with a handful of tries, like 5 to 10 attempts at that Moldorm one. It was well before that. It was actually before I got the cane, I was thinking, I hope I find the hookshot before the cane, so I don't have to worry about hovering. But we'll see what happens. And then, of course, I found the cane in the absolute most God mire imaginable.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was the best mire I think that could ever have been.
Yeah, and I feel like I was on good pace too. Like I would have done really well.
You were the first of our restream runners. In fact, you were ahead of hydropower by quite a bit. You would have gotten second, unfortunately. Not to rub that in or anything.
No, it's fine. It's my own mistake. It's just one stupid little thing, and I kind of the forgetting about the fast Ganon settings. I even made sure to name my save file like fast Ganon so I wouldn't forget, because I've done that before, but it didn't work because I didn't save and quit very much at the end of the game. But also I kind of got in my own head with some like just silly execution things, a lot of like just sloppy movement, and I had some bosses I didn't feel very good about. So I kind of got in my own head and just completely lost track of things. But it was a nice seed.
Oh yeah, real nice seed. And like I was saying earlier in the race chat, muscle memory with fast Ganon is a thing I've seen many times before. It's a thing I'm going to continue seeing. I'll probably do the same thing myself if I run fast Ganon sometime or another. But it's just unfortunate in this case that you were missing the one item that would get you through Ganon's tower much faster, which was a hookshot, which was over in hookshot game. But you knew you were in go mode and you were just going for it. So anyway, so can't fault that really. Also, muscle memory can be really bad in these cases, but it's not the like usual mode you'd run. There's things to learn. This was obviously a mistake, but you learn from mistakes. So unfortunately, it's like happened for you particularly, but you learn from it. You get better. It's certainly not. I wouldn't say it was a bad thing to suffer from overall, because you do learn from it.
Yeah, hopefully I learned from it. Actually, muscle memory is a big thing to point out. I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one of the other things, like execution-wise, that was really bothering me was like my menus, because I was doing some learning that restricted major glitches, all dungeons speedrun, and like the menus were just a little bit off of what they are in there. So like some of the dungeons were just slightly different, and I kept menuing. I'd go up 1 over 2 or something like that, and then I'd be in the wrong item, and that's one of the things that kind of got in my head. That muscle memory really got the best of me today. Hopefully I learned from it, though. You're right.
Yeah, I know I learned slowly, but you were putting on a fantastic performance uprise, so I reckon you'll learn faster than me.
Well, thanks. Hopefully it was enjoyable, even watching me struggle at the end.
No, we had a Ganon's Tower Big Key game during Fast Ganon, so
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah, I also learned that door on the right side, if you follow through past the compass chest room, there's a key door there. I've never thought about that. I've only ever either gone right side and just had enough keys and never worried, or not gone that way.
Now, of course, all the keys was in Staffo's room.
Yeah.
Every single key ever imaginable.
Yeah, there were 3 in there, I believe.
Pod had every single heart container you ever wanted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the other thing that I made a mistake, I don't know if you guys pointed it out on commentary, but the Ancilla splash leash I tried to do, I was already fake flippering to go to Zora area, and then I didn't have the Moon Pearl, but I wanted to get Waterfall Cave, not realizing that if I jumped out of the water and set up the splash delete, I'd just be back and swimming again with fake flippers and still couldn't get the items.
We were actually talking about that at the time, because I was also confused why it wasn't working. It's apparently to do with killing Armos Knights. Apparently, chat was talking about it. If you are doing like rapid arrows at Armos Knights, that activates kind of like Ancilla deletion there, and so it won't work when you try to do it at Zora. And so the only thing that works to reset it would be to do a save and crit and a hard reset. So you'd save, you'd hard reset your game, and then you would be able to do splash deletion again.
Okay, yeah. I know there are actually a couple ways to reset it. The only one I've done like in an actual race is you can reset it with by laying and breaking Samaria blocks. But I've been told
that was
you can
meant
also
to
do it with spamming the lamp, and I tried that, but maybe I didn't spam it enough. Maybe there's a certain number and I didn't hit that. I'm not sure, because it should have at least put me in fake flipper, and then I would have realized that I can't get the items without a Moon Pearl from that cave anyway.
It was a scenario I'd never seen before. I knew nothing about it, so
Yeah.
I don't know if lamp works.
Yeah, I'll have to practice that too. See if maybe I thought it was 8. Maybe it's like 10 spams of the lamp or something like that. I don't know, but I know there is a way. And there's another one that Koi mentioned that was really specific with like a certain number of Samaria blocks and fire rod shots and arrows you can do. That is a very niche situation. But it wouldn't have paid out anyway. Obviously, without the pearl, I would have gotten the fake flipper, went in the cave, and then immediately realized my mistake. But, and then the mitts were in there, just for good measure.
Oh yeah. Well, I think unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about, I think that does it for today's afternoon daily. We have another one later on tonight, another Fast Friday. We also have a whole bunch of other stuff going on. The bronze match in the Link to the Past tournament. We also have an Aria of Sorrow randomizer showcase as well. A few other goodies. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
No, I think that about covers it for me. GG to you, Acer, and GG to all of our other runners. And if, when I get around to playing Fast Ganon myself, don't go up to Ganon's tower. Try and remember that.
Yes, good advice. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. And for Revolving Onslaught and the rest of the Speed Game crew, I've been Kachiri, and may the Triforce be with all of you. Good night. Good day. Go all. I don't know.
Good night for me.